I'll just begin to an idea based blanes models. Thomas the Wing video. Go watch it! This was about a video if musume could theoretically watch Thomas and Friends, and vice versa. So first, in the 90s, Thomas first started airing in Japan. Go to present day, and Thomas is decent size in Japan. A bunch of screen use models from the show are in Japan, and occasionally one at the Haru Museum. There are even two characters from Japan in the series. They are Hiro and Kenji. Even a Thomas and the Magic World manga movies. But another series I like also has a manga. It also has a game, and it's a spin-off game as well, and multiple animes. That series is musume Pretty Derby! Musume is a game about horse girls who are inspired by real-life horses to compete in races, and they have their own hopes and dreams, and it is your job to help them achieve that. They are based off of real-life racehorses who have raced or have made a significant impact on Japan's horse racing. So, could Enuma watch Thomas and Friends? Theoretically, yes, but also no, depending on the Uma. This is if we're going by the real life ages, which means any that were born before 1987, with like one exception, most likely never saw it or never the age demographic, and they probably heard about it, but like Mr. CB and Symbol Rudolph probably never were the age to watch Thomas and Friends. However, Uma's like DM up or could have possibly seen Thomas and Friends. They possibly also, like a lot of kids, could have had some sort of merchandise of Thomas and Friends, like DVD or wooden railway, play rail, castle play rail. The trainer, however, is a different story. If it's the anime, then most likely not. If it's the game, it's basically just you as a trainer, which means if you like Thomas and Friends, then yes. While watching a video on a series alone, I learned that they raced in the UK in 1985, about half a year after the television series premiered in the UK. So technically, Sirius could have heard something about it in 85. Another Uma who went to the UK to race is Asa Kerr in 2000. Fun fact. It is basically 2 weeks after Thomas and the Magic Railroad premiered in the UK. So Asa Kerr could have heard of Thomas and the Magic Railroad while in the UK. Would they have seen it? Most likely not, because of language barriers or whatever, I don't know. But now, do the engines on Solo know about it? Most likely not. There's a chance they could have heard about it. The crews could, but not really. The engines. Or maybe some of them have heard about or paid attention to horse racing. I believe Hiro and Kenji would probably know the most about musume, because in season 24 they went back to Japan. They could theoretically know about horses like Asa Kerr or Sirius Symboli, but in my personal opinion, I think Hiro would know about or be interested because they're from Japan. Now, it's kind of up to your interpretation of which Umas would have watched Thomas and Friends. I personally like to think ones that would be more like Nishineo Flower and Harura. Though also, and my personal headcanon, the Arsdale Whalewaken's name is Mr. Fergus Duncan, would watch Musume. I also like to think that he or his son is a big anime fan. Or Alien Book. Because it's funny. This also does lead to other questions like, have there been any anime conventions on Solo? Does Solo have any race horses? If so, did any go to Japan? Has Oguri Cap listened to streamlining? This video is just more fun. What does make you think if any of the entrants know about any modern pop culture or stuff like that? Like I said before, this video was inspired by Blane's Model's Thomas and Breaking Bad video that he did. And with that, have a good day.